and Pete. I'm the king of the Roomba beat. And each night I go chicky boom, chicky boom, chicky boom. Blah, blah. Alright. Q&A. Friday. Fanmail. Lovely. Mountains of packages again. Mountains. I don't know where you think I'm going to put all of this. I'll find a place. Anyway. Still need to get around to finishing editing the Afterworld footage. Somebody there had a 360 camera for the final fight, but they left it on site, and I don't know if they've gotten their hands on it yet. But I really want that footage. I may have to do without it and then do an addendum. We'll see. Next Afterworld isn't until next spring, so it'll be a while. Ragnarok Oktoberfest! Next weekend! Gonna be awesome! Gonna be a lot of driving. Hopefully it's fun. I hope it's fun. I'm gonna make it fun. It'll be awesome. Deal with it. Oricon, sometime next month. BrickCon! I will be at BrickCon this weekend, and then we're doing an after party here afterwards, which is gonna be fun. So, stay tuned. I'll probably do footage of that over on my Lego channel, as it's fitting. If you want to email me, please use the new emails. Most of you have been pretty good about that, and it's getting better, so that is awesome. Different emails for everything. They're all down in the description. Try to figure out which one's the right one. If you get it wrong, it's not like I'm just going to delete it, but usually I forward it and then forget to reply to it, and then you email me again. Commissions. I am taking commissions. I'm currently booked. Until I get some done. I will be shipping the first one out soon, and then I've got a couple more that I need to finish up and get out. But if you want to talk about a commission, first, watch my channel PSA commissions video. It's linked down in the description, because if you email me and just say, how much would this be? I'm just going to send you the link and tell you to figure it out yourself. So please watch that first. I do have a number of people who are taking my overflow commissions, so if I'm not able to, I may refer you to somebody else. It's up to you whether you want somebody other than me to do your commission, but yeah, that's how that works. Alright, questions. Voidwalker, what shoe brand is your favorite? I have no preference in shoe brand. I couldn't even name more than Nike, Adidas. Yeah, that's it. Not a big shoe guy. Joshua Robles. Have you made progress on that mortar you mentioned you were working on? No, because I don't have a use for it, so it never seems to make it to the top of the list. But someday. Logan Kunkel. What is your favorite air blaster, past and present? Well, there aren't a whole lot present. I do actually like the modulus attachment one, because it's a 3-round shotgun. I have one here, still in the box. I really should do something with it. I think somebody sent me one? I got a broken one? I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them around here somewhere. Anyway. From the past, I like the Big Salvo. I think that's a neat blaster. I think I've got one of those around here somewhere, too. I don't know if I ever got the Big Salvo. I thought I did. If not, I need to get one. Yes, yeah, that's pretty cool. I do have the 3-round version instead of the 4-round version, but I thought I'd kindly gotten my hands on the 4-round. I'm sure I did. But I don't remember where it ended up, because everything's a mess here, because I don't have room for all this stuff. Working on that. Seda V. Seda 5? Seda 5. Do you think that you could turn a rocket fishing pole into a Nerf blasting thing? Absolutely. I mean, it launches something now, so making it launch something else is just a matter of making it fire something else. I had to Google rocket fishing rod, and good lord, that commercial was painful. Ugh. But, yeah, it could definitely be done. I mean, if nothing else, just take the fish hook out of the thing, and I think it would work as it is. Depending on, what that projectile is made out of. You might have to just replace that projectile with foam. And then you could reel it back in. Be good for some stuff. Android Connor. Where do you get your masks and such? Well, a lot of them have been sent to me. People send me hats so that I can do silly videos involving hats. And I've got a couple that I haven't gotten around to using yet because I haven't gotten the inspiration for what to do with that particular hat. Most of the rest of them come from Goodwill. Especially right now. It's Halloween season, so Goodwill is full of hats, random weird hats. Feel free, if you want to, go to a Goodwill, find me some random hats to send me. I'm going to be grabbing a few more. I grabbed a couple. This was the one for, this time. But yeah, that's where they come from. Unless you're talking about the masks that I use for, like, actual Nerf wars and such, and in which case, Amazon or eBay is where I get those. And F-Strike sells a whole bunch as well. Lytake and Banggood and all those folks. Nerf for 99. Hey Cap, are you in need of some Vortex discs? Need is a strong word. I have a fairly large number of them, actually, but you can never have too many. So, I mean, if you've got some that you're just trying to get rid of, feel free, toss them in the mail. Translego 1. What are your thoughts on sarsaparilla? Absolutely love it. The Greenwood Fair, there's a root beer stand where they have a sarsaparilla, a birch beer, a root beer, and a cream soda, and it was always one of my favorite things about the Greenwood Fair. One, they were absolutely delicious and ridiculously well priced. Really what you were buying was the bottle, and then it was refillable. It was $1 refill, but you had to buy the bottle. But if you kept your bottle and brought it back every year, then it was just $1 refill, which was ridiculously good. The barmaids were also very well put together. R.J. Radinsky, do you think that you will play at the Spite LARP games? Well, given that I have never even heard of the Spite LARP games, probably not. Barbro Studios Customs. Do you like the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, and do you want to at some point make a Star Wars themed build? Yes, and yes. Demo the Man. How is the Spectre that I sent you doing? I think it's malingering in a bin. It's around here somewhere, and I will do something with it. Someday. Take that! Ow, not even close. The Green Messer. Favorite pair of twin pistols in media? I'm going to go with the pistols from Trigun, the two matching pistols. Now, I assume you were probably referring to ones where they're dual-wielded by a single person, but that's not how you actually worded it. So those are definitely, obviously, twinned pistols, because the characters are twins, and they're pistols. I really liked Celine's auto pistols from the Underworld series. Star-Lord's pistols, that's a cool pair. But I'm going to go with the Trigun ones, because they're nifty. J-Ro. Self-crafted Venetian masquerade mask? That one was not. No, that one I got at Goodwill. I did make one once, many, many years ago, for a masquerade ball. Made a wireframe and then paper-machéed it. And then I left it somewhere and it got eaten by rats. They ate all of the paper-maché off and just left the wire frame, which is... but like nibbles out of some of the wire frame. I used twist ties so that they nibbled on the plastic but didn't actually cut all the way through it. And it's really quite horrific looking now, and I kind of like how it came out. I have it still here somewhere in a box, probably. Andrew Diplock. Have you read any Terry Pratchett Discworld novels? I think I've actually read them all at this point, or at least listened to them all. I've only read a couple of them, but I have them all on audiobook, and I listen to them when I go on car trips, or plane trips, or whatever. Jimmy Barr, how many years have you played the French horn? And what was the reason why you picked it? I have played French horn since elementary school. I think 5th or 6th grade is when I started. And it was a toss-up between the French horn and the trombone were the two instruments that he had available, because I didn't have an instrument. And I had always loved the sound of the French horn because of Peter and the Wolf. That was why I remembered it from kindergarten, the sound of the French horn when the wolf came out, and just loving that tone, the mellow tone of it. And so it wasn't even a question when he said French horn was an option. Was, yep, that's the one, French horn. I haven't actually seriously played in probably 2 decades, though, so... yeah. Kind of quit playing in high school as a result of our high school band pretty much only existed to be a pep band for the sports teams, and the French horn is not a pep band instrument, so I became the mascot instead. Alexander. Will I be getting an absolver for Nerf Nitro cars? If I ever get my hands on one, I still don't have a Nerf Nitro car. Somebody sent me some to give to Brett, and I gave them to him, so I don't have any, so... if I ever get my hands on a Nitro car, I probably should have picked them up at Kmart when they were on clearance. Anyway, if anybody has a nitro car they want to send me, I will find a way to make ire fire it. Smit0. With all the sweets people keep sending you, when's the food review channel happening? I should do a candy review video. Because I've been sent like 9 kinds of Skittles and 10 kinds of gummies. I should definitely do a video of tasting them all. Because I've got the lime Skittles from... I had some from Austria, but I think I finished all of them. And then I think somebody sent me some from England. And then I think somebody sent me the American ones. And they definitely taste different because they use different sugars. I think. So that would be fun. I should do that. That would be interesting. I'll do it the next time I have a friend over and we can do a guest video on eating the different candies. Dying. How jaunty. Dustin Bergen, how do you feel about tattoos? Do you have any? I think tattoos are neat. I've seen some beautiful ones. I've seen some terrible ones. I do not have any, nor do I plan to get any. But my little sister, I think it was the first Laurino, first of the Laurino children to get a tattoo. She got a matching one with her husband. Their wedding was lovely. I was the minister. I made it all the way as far as by the power vested in me, and then I just lost him. It was beautiful. There was cheesecake. It was magnificent. She baked it. She baked her own wedding cake the day of the weddings, and it was delicious. Hi, Keech. Is there any other type of metal other than brass that are good for brass breeches? Because brass does not fit my color scheme. Or can you paint over brass? Well, yes, obviously you can paint brass because it's metal. You can paint metal. We paint metal all the time. I mean, your car is painted metal. Yes, there are other metals. Any metal tube that's the right diameter will, for the most part, work. I mean, caliburns don't use brass, and they're brass breeches. The trick is finding it in the right size. It's got to be 1/2 inch inside diameter for regular Nerf darts. Slightly bigger if you want to do, you know, a release, an actual, like, a full sealed breech, because if it's completely tight, then it often won't actually clear, depending on the power of your blaster. If you're just doing, like, short brassing, you know, like a single shot pistol, then yeah, it just needs to be 1/2 inch. The reason we use brass is because it's readily available. You can buy it at hardware stores. Ace Hardware carries it. You can get it on Amazon. Walmart.com sells it, I think. So it's easily available. It's relatively cheap, all things considering. And it comes in a huge variety of sizes that are all exactly the right size to nest inside each other, which is very important for a lot of what we do. If you're doing, again, just single-shot brass breeches, that's not as important, but they make brass pipe very, very thin-walled. And so it's easy to fit into the barrel. If it had thicker walls, you'd have to drill out more, and the barrel you might end up drilling all the way through the sides of the barrel. I know they make it at stainless steel is another option you can probably find, as well as steel and aluminum. Aluminum pipe tends to not be like T6 aluminum, not your super strong aluminum, so it might not be the best option. But stainless steel would probably be another good alternative, if you can find it. Stormtrooper1138. Captain, what is your favorite clone trooper? I like ARC troopers. I really like the design of their uniform, the leg armor, the capelet. I actually used to wear something similar to that when I fought in Medieval, though mine was a little bit longer. I'm actually kind of... I'd like to do something like that for a loadout. The problem is that it gets in the way of having thigh rings. Though if I went with a really light loadout and decided I didn't want those, then that might be a nice option. Or if I could find a way to either strap through it or design holsters that didn't need to actually strap to the leg because they were rigid enough or something. But I really like the look of those. And I think something like that, along with that new helmet I got, would actually look pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Yeah. And finally, Dustin Bergen again. What is one of your best favorite experiences with fans or subscribers? I think one of my favorite was actually at Jared's Epic Nerf battle. They were doing a battle that actually was supposed to have eliminations. You're supposed to get 3 eliminations. Every time you got hit, you're supposed to go back to the end zone, respawn, come back in, and go until you've been hit 3 times. Now, with 4,000 people, 3,000 of them being small children, that just wasn't going to happen. The only people who actually acknowledged that they'd been hit were the adults. The little kids couldn't be bothered. They just ran in and just got hosed. And being that I was a, YouTube personality, I obviously was going to take my hits, because the last thing I wanted was somebody commenting on my video, I got Captain Xavier and he didn't take his hits, he's a cheater. which would have been a perfectly legitimate thing to say. And so I didn't want to say that, so I took my hits. But it meant there was a lot of running back and forth to the end zone, going all the way back to the, the front line, getting shot, going all the way back, going all the way forward again. And so by the third time on my way in, I had a bunch of subscribers, fans or subscribers that had been following me around the whole war, kind of my own little private, squad, which was really very cool. And we were marching in, and this long shot from halfway across the field just arcs up beautifully. I see it coming, and I couldn't be bothered to dodge. It pegs me right in the chest, and I very dramatically go down and just die, and I'm quite happy to lie there and breathe. And the rest of my squad lets out this horrified roar of, "They shot the captain! We must avenge him! Charge!" And they just led this magnificent charge deep into enemy lines, and just kind of going, that's cool. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the next Jared's Epic Nerf battle. Hopefully I get invited back again. Gonna bring probably actually I'm considering not actually bringing a loadout, just buying blasters when I get there and then giving them away so I don't have to fly them all over the place. I think it'll be much better than what I did last time, where I trucked, in a huge tote of blasters and then wasn't able to use almost any of them because no modded blasters. So yeah. Anyway. Loot! Alright, let's take a look at some letters and some loot. I have a letter. I've got my laptop to take notes, so I'll actually remember things. And we're going to start, of course, with the letter, which is thoroughly thick. I accidentally cut the letter when I opened it. Oh dear. Dear Captain Xavier, I hope this letter finds you physically well and as mentally unstable as usual, since I feel that society regards as mental health is actually detrimental. This is tragically true. I've been meaning to write this letter for a few weeks, but every day I delayed this letter became more epic. I have only very recently become involved in Nerf. Prior to Nerf, I was into paintball and was on the board of directors for the Ohio Christian Paintball Players Association. Cool. As I am 10 years your senior and arthritis caught up with me, paintball is no longer an option. In these short few months, I have accumulated, as of the time of writing this letter, 108 different blasters, as well as 200 total. My friends tell me I have a problem. I don't know. Living in central Ohio, I have many Goodwills in the area, and the Nerf fairy has smiled on me. I have found if you go to Goodwill and buy everything Nerf, they have, yes, every Maverick, every Vulcan, everything Nerf. Then come back the very next day, you will find the Nerf fairy will fill the void with rare Nerf. Generally, that's the thing about Goodwill, is they restock. This concludes this portion of the letter. We will continue with my version of what I have found at Goodwill, aka Squirrely. Well, alright. Let's see what we have here. Good lord. Rare Nerf number 1. When I bought this one for $2.99 minus my 20% military vet discount, thank you for your service, I didn't give it much thought. I thought it was just a cool alternate design until I looked it up online. Oh, he got the Transformer Barricade, you dog! At a Goodwill for $2.99? How very dare you, sir? Nice find. That is cool. Alright, he's sending me pictures. He's taunting me. How could he? Rare Nerf number 2 and 2B. So I found our Goodwill outlet. Oh, and so has the Nerf Fairy. Bought out the store Thursday, went on Friday, saw the Super Soaker in the corner of the tub, under it a Gear Up Maverick. Oh. Then on Saturday, my son was with me, he saw the same Super Soaker, and as he picked it up, I saw this! The top one. In the bottom of the bulk Tub-O Nerf I found the lower blast that completes the other. What does we have? Oh man, the Supermax 3000 and the yeah, look at you in your purple background. Yeah, your Nerf finds. The rest of the letter. And this one I didn't cut in half. So, sir, I have included the inventory of my Nerf collection. Again, as of writing this letter, I am the kind of collector that wants all of my items to be usable. So the ultra rare really have no place in my possession, so I would like to sell them through you and split the take. We can hack out the details on how they get sold. Both of the rares and the photos are up for sale. The Supermax 3000 and the Supermax 250 are a set now. And if you look over the list and spot any other valuable blasters, please let me know. The ones we agree to sell, I'll mail them to you, and you sell them, and then send me my take, and you put your take into your new place down payment fund. Well, it'd probably be easier to, I can just sell them online, and then you just mail them from where you are and save us some shipping. But yeah, definitely email me, and we can talk. All right, what next? Take a look at this. I don't know what's going on here. So the ridge knife, ridiculously sharp. So, it appears to be worker stuff, probably for review. Oh, yeah. Okay, those are pretty. Yep, I like those. New serrated metal flywheels. And a new worker metal cage. I assume they're for the Strife, and they are pretty. I'm thinking Fang revamps. What do you guys think? I need to actually. I was recently pointed out that the full no step skipped Strife build that I did was a little bit more on the complicated or more advanced side, as it were. There's a lot of steps in there that I do because of things that I'm planning to do later, or I want to make it possible to do later. And somebody pointed out that it would be beneficial to do the same thing, but the simplest I can possibly do it, so that a brand new nerfer who doesn't have as much experience or as much need for modularity and that sort of thing could more easily follow it. So I will probably use these in that build. I will do a beginning to end, no steps skipped build for a simple Strife rewire using these, because those are just pretty. Those are pretty. They're certainly available through Lytake or NF Strike, and I will do a review on them later. I'm pretty sure they actually came from Worker Kit, which is, Lytake, but just for worker stuff. All right, let's take a look at another little one. No idea what's going on here. Okay. Captain Xavier, still finding stuff from Vault 33 on the outskirts of Bartertown. Hope this is useful for you. If not, trade it for something dangerous. Cheers. Marcus Mad. Facebook.com/Word of Dibs Armaments. You cannot violate the sanctity of dibs. I learned this from a 7-year-old at an armor demonstration we were doing. Craziest thing I've ever heard a small child say. Anyway, what we have here is, for those of you who know, a caulk gun. And somebody pointed out that the mechanism in this that is used to both prime it and to release it is basically the priming mechanism in an altimeter. So using something like this with a spring involved would hypothetically allow you to build a homemade altimeter if you could get it to release. Very cool. Marcus, you're awesome. Alright, next, this isn't exactly fan mail, but I want to open it, so I'm gonna. These are the new pushers for my Mega Burn and my Rival Burn. The ones that originally came with it were just a hair short, so he decided to make me new ones, even though we fixed the problem with the other ones just by altering the way the files are printed, but these should be a little bit cleaner. Apparently I do still need to cut a notch in them to prevent vacuum loading, which I will just look at the previous ones and figure out exactly how it's supposed to be notched, so that's pretty cool. He also apparently has sent me new seals. So that's awesome. Very cool. Thank you, Captain Slug. You are amazing. I look forward to doing the rival burn video. Right. Let's go with another one that's not exactly fan mail, but is super cool and that I will be doing another video on very shortly. This is the Nerf Blasters Modification Guide by Out of Darts. The official handbook for making your foam arsenal even more awesome. And oh, this thing is so cool. When he reached out to us, and a whole bunch of us up here, and was looking for ideas and looking for recommendations and suggestions, we had a lot of ideas to give him, and he got pictures of some of our best work, as well as recommendations for, for tools that we use and techniques that we use, and it's just absolutely full of all the information and tools you could need to really get started in the hobby. Luke really knows what he's talking about. He did a lot of research, talked to a lot of modders, made sure that what he was saying was correct. And it's... Oh, there's Ire! Ire's in the book! Ire's in the book! So most of this is going to get cut, and then it'll be a separate video. Anyway, this is awesome. Thank you for sending me this. Most excellent. Alright, let's get to some packages. So a while back, a friend of mine asked me to help with to shout out a GoFundMe for a friend who was having some issues with cancer, and I did so, and apparently it was successful, and so to this day he continues to send me stuff. He also used to be my boss. So this time he has sent me the Sweet Heat Skittles, which I think somebody has sent me before, and while I'm not generally a huge fan of spicy or hot food, I do know a number of folk who are, so they will not go to waste. Either that or I'll just, hand them out at Halloween. Not tell anybody. But he didn't stop there. He also sent me an entire case of Twix. Because of course he did. Which is awesome, because I love Twix. So, gonna be eating a lot of Twix. For those of you who aren't aware, the closest thing I have to a religion revolves around the ritual eating of Twix. Alright, what's next? Alright, here's something that I've been wanting to go through, but I've been holding off because I wanted to show it off on video. This was given to me at Afterworlds by a fan. I had a number of fans at Afterworlds either bring me root beer or candy. There were a couple who, they brought me, I think, 3 more pounds of gummies, but they also had a huge bag of the little snack-sized Twix. And they just, throughout the entire event, anytime they ran into me, they gave me more Twix. And then their plan was, if their characters, while in character, had ever run into my character, which was a bad guy, kill all the player characters kind of character, they were just going to throw Twix on the ground and run. And I was totally going to roleplay picking up the Twix and letting them get away. But it never happened. I never actually ran into them, so that was tragic. But someone else brought me, in addition to a 4-pack of fancy root beers, 3 of which were delicious, 1 of which was horrific. It was a butterscotch beer, and I took like one swig of it, and it was so potent, it was painful. And I kept forgetting and taking another swig, and the people who were around me saw me every time I took it. I winced, and finally someone's like, okay, I gotta try it. So I handed it to me. It's like, that's horrific. Why would you make that? Why would you do that? And so it ended up getting passed around, and everyone's reaction was the same thing, just, oh God, no, why? And then it finally got to the one woman who was in the group, and she chugged the whole thing and said it was delicious. And we're like, yeah, that's pretty much. It's like, well, apparently you need to have the palate of a 16-year-old girl to appreciate this. I'm like, well, I feel slightly better about myself. But he gave me this whole bag, and I haven't actually been through it. Well, apparently there's a golden ticket. Whatever that means. Craven Candy Emporium. Cool. We have a bag of assorted gummies. Like seriously random bag of gummies. There's a Gummy SR71 Blackbird, a Gummy B2, Gummy root beer bottles, Gummy sugar-coated bottles, turtles, swirly bears. I don't know what that is. That is awesome. Jelly beans. Root beer jelly beans. Awesome. I don't even know. Gourmet English-style wine gums. Well, all right then. Raspberry, orange, peach, lemon, apple, black currant. Well, all right then. A pair of large Twix, right and left. And one of these little... oh, it's broken. Tragic. But the light works. So I could either glue it, or I could take the battery out and put it in one of the ones that I have that has a dead battery. Either way, very cool. Very cool. I have some nifty snacks. Alright, let's see what we got here from Pennsylvania, apparently. It's a Titan rocket! Sweet. Magnificent. That is in gorgeous condition. Very nice. What else we got in here? Well, of course, Skittles. Skittles. Gummies. Gummies. Twix. Mini Twix. Aha! I found the letter. Hey, Captain, here is the Titan rocket we were talking about. Enjoy. Also enclosed is a Boomco pistol for K26 along with money for return supply. Ugh. Pretty sure I've done this for K26 already. Oh, I'm just K26ing it for you. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. And of course, cash. Sweet! Yes, I will get K26 tossed in that and get it back to you. Alright, we have another of these fabulous boxes from Jimmy Bar. I love how they look. And the contents are always awesome. Oh, good lord. What do we got? What do we got? I love that. Oh, where does he get these cards? Captain Xavier, Captain of... Yeah, we all know the drill. I forgot to send you a few things, so... A good excuse to send you another box. Sure, why not? I find it hilarious that you still have no idea where I get the cards. Zazzle.com. Excuse me. I hope you enjoy the song I sent you. I usually don't record myself, but I don't know. I just felt like I needed to send you to you that day. Well, I thought it was fantastic. Alright, what do we have here? 2-pack foam air blaster. Can these take a K26? I think these would break if they were in the same room as a K26. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Oh, good lord. It's a bear full of gummy bears. Happy Yummies. World's best tasting gourmet gummy bears. Well, see, now I absolutely have to do a video. I've got like 10 kinds of gummy bears now. Sweet. Yep. Gonna have to do a video. I've had an idea. Plans have been made. Alright, what do we got here? Cow tails. Chewy caramel with a creamy center. Well, I do like caramel. That's weird. That's weird. Ferrero Rocher. Actually not a fan of this much, but I have a friend who's absolutely obsessed with it, so we're golden, and I'm going to be seeing him Saturday, at BrickCon. I think he's coming to the party. It'll be awesome. Lovely. Twix! Ask and you shall receive the correct packing material, and as advertised, you reuse these. Yup. More Twix. I said I wanted Twix. I get Twix. Awesome. Jimmy, you are cool. And now I know where you get your awesome letters. Now for the big ones, which I am thoroughly terrified of because I don't know what's in them. And they're enormous. And they could have anything. And they're probably I don't know. All right. Huh. Open first. Box 1. Mon Capitaine. 2 packages. This round, I hope the day finds you healthy and mostly sane. As I am running this, I am enjoying Fanmail number 68. Within these packages are the edible goodies, parts, and blasters for you. I hope everything makes it relatively undamaged. There is also a Power Stroke 48 that was discussed for diagnostics and repair. In the interim, I have decided that it shall be yours. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Sweet. Sincerely, Hunter Johnson. I am still waiting to have my Havoc Fire from K26 and Sharpshooter that was upgraded and rebarreled. Oh, good lord. I do still have those. Well, luckily I'm now taking notes so that I remember stuff. I'm also falling off of my chair. All right. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, look. More Skittles. Bright side Skittles. Paradise Punch. Pink Lemonade. Kiwi Banana. Tangerine Watermelon. Awesome. Yet another variety of Skittles. There's a hat. It's a very nice hat. I like that. All right. Brass. The man sent me brass. 17 32 inch brass. Can never have too much brass. He sent me a bath towel, apparently. What are you saying? I'm filthy? I am filthy. Christ on a cracker. Cactus candy. Prickly pear cactus. I don't know what that is. Ugh. 12 flavor gummy bear cups. Oh, Albanese. These are amongst my favorite. I love the little ones. They're like popcorn. Oh, that is awesome. Now I have upwards of 25 pounds of gummies. There's root beer in here. Ooh, old-fashioned hard candies, root beer flavored. You don't see enough root beer candies. Oh, gummy savers. Gummy savers. By the way, I'm a huge fan of gummy savers. No, and I'm gonna die. Diabetes. Oh, another flavor of Skittles. I don't think I had tropical yet. What do we have here? Kiwi lime. Oh, see, that's nice. Banana berry. That's not a thing. Strawberry starfruit. Cool. Pineapple passion fruit. Dig it. Mango tangelo. Now they're just making up words. Just making up words. Pocky. Chocolate cigars. Pure milk chocolate cigars. Nice. Cookies and cream Pocky. Never had that. Traditional Pocky. Very nice. I'll have to watch some anime tonight. Ooh. Now what do we got here? Chocolate sticks that look like cigarettes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, those would be so cool at Afterworlds. I will save them for that. Alright, we have... Sioux City. Don't believe I've ever tried that. I've got nowhere to put it. We've got Soda Shop Sweets, very generic looking stuff. I like that. I still haven't gotten around to making the homemade stuff from what Sparky sent me. We've got Robusto Gourmet Root Beer. Never had that. I used to have 2 mini kegs of Virgil. Alright, what else we got? What else indeed? What? What the actual cronk is that? It makes noise! I love it! That's it. I'm putting together an all-couche loadout for the next war. I'll have like 5 rounds of ammunition and I'll die, but I'm doing it! He sent me baling wire. I wonder if there's a reason for that. I got a laser pointer. Very cool. On a lanyard. Sweet. I think that's it for this package. If not, I'm sure he will either inform me, or I'll find out when I tear it down to recycle it. Alright. That was box number 1. There's a box number 2. Alright, up first we have the Power Stroke 48, which I have wanted since I first got into Nerf, but couldn't get my hands on one. And here it is. This thing needs modifications, upgrades. It's going to be fun. But I really like the design, the fact that you top it up as you go. It's a faux trigger, and you know how I feel. No trigger or a faux trigger. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. All right, what the? What? I have so many questions. It's got all the buttons and all the land. Probably just made lots of noise and flashy lights and is in general nifty. The crunk? Do not shoot anyone on the face or eyes. What is this? It's weird. Oh, there's the stock for the power. Nice. I was hoping it'd have the stock. Ooh, nice. I'm after the blades for these. I've got a couple of them. I'm going to use them as throwing weapons. And this one is borked, so yeah, that's what it's getting scrapped. Oh, see. Oh, yeah. Oh, sweet Jesus, this thing is... Oh, ho, 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 ho. I have never seen one that had this. This was what I desperately wanted back when I first started creating absolvers. These folks just actually made one. You could either fire rockets or you push this on here, and now it has a 6-shot shotgun. And it's actually slightly duck-footed. Look at that, it's splayed. Fantastic. Ugh. But this thing is well borked as well. Oh! It was just the blade! Sweet! Oh, I've got 5, I think, altogether. What? Hydro shooter. I don't think that's decoration. I think that's actually warped. What happened to this thing? Tell me your stories. Cool. Another Batman blaster! Now I've got 3 of them. Oh ho! Looky here. Killzone for the PlayStation. Huh. Very cool. Oh, looky here. Another, yeah, Super Scope. Always cool. Now I don't have to bust one if I want to do another one of those. What the... Oh, good... Sweet... Buttery... Goodness. Well, that looks like fun. Assume it's CO2. Yep. CO2 powered, but pump action. Very nifty. I'm interested to see how that works. Some sort of a rocket. I think I have one similar to this, if not exactly like this. But if I haven't figured out how to make the fire it, I will. Well, those are new. Sticky throw. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. They don't actually have any kind of a post. I don't know how I'd make something fire them. Other than just run up and stick them to somebody. That'd be funny. I dig it. A boatload of Buzzbee shell packs. Cool. Now I don't have to steal them from Walcon, because he got like the 500 pack, and then I needed some for stuff, and I didn't have enough, and now that's no longer an issue. Awesome. Awesome. What? I have no idea. I got nothing. And last but not least, a Star Wars spyglass. Huh. It actually magnifies a lot. Okay, well I'm gonna have to figure out how to mount that on something, because that's just entirely too cool. Huh. Alright. I take all back my trepidation. This was an awesome couple of boxes. You, sir, are awesome. Alright, well, as per usual, you people are awesome. You send me the coolest stuff. I mean, it's amazing how much stuff you guys send me. And I definitely don't want to discourage that, but I am running out of room. Luckily, I am working towards getting a much, much larger place. So that won't be a problem forever. But, yeah, I may start downsizing. We'll figure out what I'm going to do with some of this stuff. Auction it, sell it. Who knows? Just start randomly modding stuff and putting it on Etsy again. Who knows? But things will happen. Awesome stuff. I have a plan for what I'm going to do with all of these different candies. Hopefully that video works out and you guys will enjoy that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. But in all seriousness, this has gotten kind of ridiculous. But if you're wondering what to send next, a very good friend of mine has put in a request for red vines and red licorice. I particularly like the kind that comes in the plastic tub with the lid that comes off, that are very straw-like, but she's not nearly as picky. So, yeah. I'm gonna die of beatus. Gonna die of beatus. And it'll be all your fault. Yeah.